Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching DIY Dozier. This is going to be episode number 6 of the bathroom renovation or remodel. We're going to be jumping right back into this. We got to get this wall taken out. This has got to go. We got to get on this subfloor, knock out some of this. We got to get this bathtub out of here. So before I can do all that, though, I got to get all this out of here and all that out of there. So I'm going to go haul all this off, throw it in the truck, make sure I got a blank space to start with, and then we're going to knock this wall out. Let's get busy. So after a little bit of time, I got all cleaned up. Got all of our bags hauled out. That's a new bag with just dust from the floor. Got all the stuff out, all the glass door, all that mess. So, now that we're back to a clean work environment, back at it. And just like that, we have a demoed wall. So I got my floor plate up right there. That was going right here. And a wall, end of a wall there. Got my jack stud out. That was going up and down the wall here. This entire wall is out. Shower head all the way down the floor plate. So here's what we're working with. Got our rotten subfloor, just like the last video you saw. So here we are the next day. Gonna go ahead and take this pipe apart right here. So this is it's a little twist tightener fitting thing. I'm just going to loosen that up, pull this pipe out of here so we can free up the tub from that. We're going to take apart the siding here of the tub, the support, whatever you want to call that, the framing. Pull all that crap out. Get this toilet moved out of here. I'm going to slide the tub off the wall. There's a button back here for the tub to turn on for the jets. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some wiring under there. So when I pull this out carefully away from the wall, I will cap those wires, remove them, cap them. I'll flip the breaker first to turn off power to it. And yeah, then I'll disconnect the wires and cap it. So let's get this thing out of here, see what we're looking at with our floor underneath that. And then I'll mark out the areas that I'm going to cut out and we'll start cutting. Let's do it. Check it out. I expected this tub to be hardwired. Look at that. I got a box under there. Simple plug. All I got to do is unplug it, stuff that box back in the wall back there, and we're good. Got my pipe. It's just connected just down below that hole there. I pulled and it popped on out of there. So yeah, let's get this tub out. Okay, so with the bathtub out of the way, I have this hole in the floor with our drain and our vent there. Not really sure where the new drain is going to go with the new bathtub. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that little fitting right down there with that hose clamp. We're going to loosen that bad boy up, pull the rest of this pipe on up. I can access any plumbing that I need from downstairs inside the house. We're going to seal this hole up. So I don't see any rotten wood here. It appears to be all of our rotten wood is around the shower pan over here. Nothing is underneath the tub that was rotten. So looks really good. I'm going to clean this area up, and after that we're going to mark out our lines where I'm going to remove subfloor here and replace the rotten stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this drain out of here. That head is mushy. The head there is right here. This little guy broke off, sheared right off. And the second one, here it is. I got one left over there to do. All of them are shearing off. So they're rusted pretty bad from the moisture. Get this on there. It's clamped on there. Slowly turn it. That one didn't break. The other one's all broke on the first turn. Huh. We have a winner. All right, let's get that out of there. Okay, I got my lines drawn out. What I did was I took my square and I measured 9 inches from the wall out. So 9 inches from the wall out to here, and I put a little tick mark every 15 inches or whatever. I'd slide the square over, come down, and I marked 9 inches. I came to 9 inches because that's just the distance of my travel before I decided I wanted to get into cutting out this wood. I wanted to have this much space between, the rot to fresh wood. So anyway, I came up with 9 inches. Measured starting down here, and I went all the way up here, 9 inches. I drew a line all the way across. You can see there. Now, something to reference is these sheets of OSB, or the subfloor decking that's down here. It's on a joist. Every single one of these, the gaps are on joists already. So I know where I need to cut, because I want to put it down on the joist where I can shoot my nails or screws back in it that way. So also had a reference point over here with the bathtub. You can see there's a floor joist right here. So I marked the center of the joist right here, and I marked it again right there. And then I came through and I drew a line straight up between those two. And then I just connected the line up to the one above. So that got my 90-degree angle. I got a perfect 90-degree angle there. I just stayed on course with that joist all the way down to right here. So I drew this line out next. And after that, I came over here. I got to replace where these two holes are. Obviously I got this hole. It's got to go. So I went past that to right there. And then I was trying to find something to be square with going this direction. So I found this line right here. I measured the difference between this and the joist below me back there, as well as from another spot over here. And I know that they're 16-inch centers. So every 16 inches, there's a joist in the center of that. So I measured 16 inches from here, from this seam, which there's a joist under this seam, 16 inches from there to up here. And then I just, I started right here. I put my square here, ran it out, used this line as my straight edge, and then kicked it out. I went 16 inches and put a mark. I went all the way down to here with that. Connected my dots, so I got a line. Then, down here, it's the same thing. I have a seam right here. So I know this is on a joist. I know it's straight. So I just put my square on this line and ran it up 10 inches to where I needed to be. I wanted to cut out all this right here. So I got that done, run the line up, and then I just connected it straight over. So measured 10 inches from this mark right here. You see there. And I measured it up to there. And just drew it over there. I didn't have to put a line here. There's a seam here. So just follow the seam on down. And right about here is where I said, okay, I'm a good enough ways away from the rotted wood. Put my mark right here. And then I measured the difference between this to that seam up there. And it runs this direction. I think it was 21 3/4 inches. So I marked it here, there, there. And then again, I connected the dots all the way up. So this is actually a whole sheet right here. From right here where that seam is, all the way up to right here. That's a sheet. Essentially cutting it in half. So that's an 8-foot section right there. And then I'm going to have, this is another sheet from here to the wall. And I'm cutting probably 3/4 of that. So it's, I don't know, 3 feet, it's 4 feet wide. So I'm cutting 3 feet out to this line here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and get my skill saw out. I'm going to set the blade depth to 3/4 of an inch because that is the depth or the thickness of our subfloor. So I have a reference point again right here. This is 3/4 of an inch. So yes, it is. So 3/4 of an inch. Set my blade depth to that so the blade won't go through the floor and hit anything that could be underneath there, just to be safe. There's no wires underneath there. I've already looked. There is plumbing. There's some random brackets and stuff, but as long as we stay above the joist, we'll be good. So let's get the skill saw. Let's cut these lines out. Just trace the lines out with a skill saw. And then we'll come in here with a pry bar, start prying everything up, and we'll have a big hole into my basement until I get the hole filled. Here we are sitting over the hole. And I can take my hand, stick it under there, and feel the blade of the teeth on the blade underneath there is right at where it needs to be. There you go. Well, I got all the rotten subfloor out, and you know, there's some dark spots on top of these joists here. You can see there. There's a little bit of there's some over there as well. Zoom in there, you see the dark spot there. Some of the subfloor was sticking to the joist. You can see it didn't all come up. It was glued as well as nailed. And you can see the glue seeping out there off the edge. It's all super hard and dry, but I scraped it off camera best I could. I pulled out the nails or the screws that were still in the joists. Looks like I got some really good cuts. I'm pretty happy with this. We are square center on that joist. And then all the way across, you know, just all good. And then we got half that joist there exposed. Perfect. Just the right amount that I needed on that as well. That way I can cut my new boards. I'm going to measure from here to here. And then, let's zoom out of here. Measure from here to here. And I'm going to come in here with, how do I want to do it? I'll probably do one piece on this side with a hole cut in it for that pipe. And it's going to go up to the pipe. And then I'll do the other side and let it sandwich in this direction to the pipe as well. That way, pipe has a hole there. I don't got to take this out. Last thing I want to do is touch this. If I pull this out from up there, it's going to come out of the roof. I don't want to deal with that. I'll have a hole in my attic space. So yeah, let's get some measurements and get some wood cut and come in here and lay down the new subfloor. So I got my piece of wood here cut. I cut the tongue off for the tongue and groove so it'll fit in here. And I've got this marked right there, the width of the pipe. I'm just gonna take a Sawzall and notch it. And just like that, all of our subfloor is now replaced, all new. And somebody came and took away the tub. Look at all that rotten wood. Man, that's a mess. Okay, so next up is more demo. We have to go ahead and get all the drywall, get the carpet ripped out of here. All this drywall is going to get ripped out all the way around. So we got to get that stuff out of here. And then we will be completely done, almost. I got to knock this this wall out, build a new header across the top there and knock that out. So next up is more demo. So as we look around, we got a lot accomplished today. All the drywall, carpet, bathtub is gone. I've cleaned up several times. And we are done with our closet demo. So here we are inside, completely gutted. Got some outlets outside. That's the laundry room right there. That's the light switch for the stairs. And outlet there. Outlet here for the bathroom. I think it's an outlet. Yep, right there on the wall. So here we are, all demoed. I was really curious to see what was back here. I knew the AC return was in there. but I wanted to see how much space was just given up back there. So, and it's not a lot. It's just pretty much an inch deeper than the width of the 2x4. So not that bad. I got to figure out what to do with this space. So what I'm considering is putting a niche for the shower in here. This is where it'll be. I don't really necessarily like this, how it goes flat across here and then comes out. I don't know. I think what I might do is I might take the drywall and bring it at an angle, or the tile, bring it at an angle from this part here to this part here, since this is going to be our opening. So I'll probably put it here and just bring it straight out to this piece. If you look at it, see there's an angle there. This is going to go that way. I just don't want it to go, you know, this is all going to be open. And I don't want to walk into the bathroom and have this little kick out and then go here and then have another little kick out and then we're in the shower. It just doesn't flow. So I'll give you a better angle at it. Yeah, so there you go. So probably take it from here and go straight to that corner there. And then we'll build our niche right here. So yeah, here we are, all done. Next is going to be this entryway. This is a load-bearing wall, so I'm gonna brace that up here on the ceiling. So I'm gonna take this header, raise it up to the ceiling, reinforce all this across here, put new jack studs on the sides, and then I can remove my bracing on the ceiling, and this will all be open right here. So that's gonna be on the next episode. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for today. It has been a long one, covered a lot of ground here, got a lot done, almost 100% done with the demo. Thank you so much for watching the channel. If you like what you saw, be sure to click that like button, hit subscribe so you'll be notified of future content being released. You're watching DIY Dozier. As always, share the knowledge, share the passion, share the skill, do it yourself.